wanted to show you that he is able to do this job because he has a wagon. He has a wagon. You can't transport a wagon unless you have a wagon, because it has bigger capacity. So most new players really don't have wagons because they like to just play the game without investing any money, which is very wise. You need to learn about the game before you decide to invest. Yeah, only this is not investment advice, by the way. What I've done, I'm just telling you what I've done. I only started investing after coming up with a good strategy, or a strategy I thought was a winning strategy. So it's always nice to come up with a game strategy and then put your money where your mouth is. Okay, so back to the wagon. This guy is able to transport a wagon because he has a wagon. Let me see if I have another worker without a wagon. I don't think I have one, but let me just take the wagon away from this second guy. Let's just go back, um, click on him twice. I'm gonna click on the wagon and say put aside. So if I put it aside, it's gonna take a few seconds. I can't put it aside inside his backpack. Yeah, that's one mistake I always make. I forget, but we can still do this. So I can go back, click. This is called the storage. So if I click on it, and if you look on the right, there is a tab that says workers, and I have two of my workers, uh, sort of in this plot, or doing activities in this plot. The second guy is ready. That's why it's marked ready and with some Z's. He's sleeping basically. So if I click on him and I click on the equipment tab, there you are. You can see some of the equipment he has. He has a spade. Well, is that a spade? Yeah, he has a spade. I thought it was a shovel. I confused shovel and spade. So he has a spade, and he has a wagon, and he has a dead cup of coffee which I need to throw away. Let me just show you real quick how to throw it away actually. So if I click on it like I've just done, it says move down here, but it also has a red bin here. If I click on the red bin there, it says destroy, and it gives you a warning that says be careful, stuff will be permanently destroyed. You always need to watch out what you're destroying, because you can't destroy anything here. You can even destroy a fresh item that still has life to it. So this one is dead. I'm just gonna destroy it. So here we go, destroy. It's gonna take a few seconds, and there we are. So just like magic, gone. There is no more dead coffee cup. All right. So back to the wagon again. For some reason, I'm always going off track with this wagon thing. But here is the thing. We are back to the wagon. I click on it. When I click on it, it says move, because let's do this again. Let me close this. You click on storage. The pop-up window comes. You see where your workers are. This guy is ready. I click on him. In this case, we just want to get the wagon from him and leave it on the plot. This is the base where everyone has free storage. So I click on the equipment tab and click on the wagon, and then click on move, and it asks me how many items I want to move. If I have more than one wagon, I can move whichever number I want. It's impossible at the moment because a wagon is very heavy, so I can't have more than one on my worker. So I click move, and in a few seconds the wagon has been moved to my storage. So my worker is now free of a wagon. So if I close this and then I go back to the general map, If I click on him, before I click on him, I just wanted to show you this other way of finding work. So let me close that. If we go back to Thor's hammer button, I click on it and click on perform. This button is highlighted like this, but if I click on it, the perform button, the final perform button is inactive. It's not highlighted. Why is that? If you've been paying attention, it's because in order for my worker to transport another wagon, he has to have a wagon, right? So I think you now see how that works. So I click cancel, so I can't perform that job even if it's highlighted here at the start. So how do I find regular jobs that don't require me to have wagons and all that? I can still come back to Thor's hammer button here. Try to find jobs that require very little. You see, transporting wood may not require a wagon because you can still transport small kilograms of wood. So I'll just click on it. I'll click perform, look for my worker here, Scuffy. I'm gonna click on him, and that's crazy. It's just only gonna pay me 67 gold in salary, and the time I'm gonna take is beyond 1 hour. And personally, I never do jobs like that. They pay very little. So unfortunately, I'm not gonna do that. So let's do this. I wanted to show you something else. Let's see if I can remember real quick. Okay, yeah, I wanted to show you that. See Scuffy here. If you look at the bottom left of this window, the pop-up window that has just come up on the screen, he doesn't have coffee loaded. This is actually a very good example to show you how to load up your coffee. So let me actually go into his backpack here, like you're seeing. I'm going to click on the coffee and remove it from his backpack and put it on the plot, just like we've done the wagon. So I'm gonna close that. I'm gonna click on the uh, railway station or my storage plot. Let me just close that because I want to show you a different way to do it. And click on this button, which is the storage. I click on my worker, who is Kafi. I click on the cup inside this backpack, and then I click on move. So if I click on move, it asks me again how many coffee cups I want to move. In this case, he can have as many coffee cups as he likes. So I'll just move this one. A few seconds, it moves. That's really good. So it has now moved from his backpack and is now in the storage, in my storage on the plot -01, which is the railway station. Okay, so if I close this, I click on him again, double click. He now doesn't have anything in his backpack, and he doesn't have anything loaded in the tabs, in the speed booster tabs, right? Just below on the bottom left corner of this window. But he has a spade up there in the tools tab. Okay, so, well, is it a tab or windows? Whatever. Yeah, you know what I mean. So this guy has nothing. So let's try and find a job when he totally has nothing. Actually, let me just remove this spade as well so that he totally has nothing. Zero. Just like most workers come into the game. Just like most players, not workers, come into the game. The players come into the game with no investment at all, and their workers have nothing. So let's try and simulate that. I click on the spade, put it aside. Now instead of putting it aside, I want to put it on the plot storage, but we can't do that before putting it aside. So let's first put it aside. I click on put it aside. The action is completed successfully. So The tool has left his hands and gone into his backpack. Let's close that and let's go back again to the railway plot. Click on the storage. If I'm going really fast, just slow this video down and try to digest it. I'm going a bit fast because I don't want this video to go beyond 10 minutes. Okay, on YouTube. All right, so I click on Scuffy, just as we did before. I click on the spade and move again. It's gonna go to the storage, and at the moment, if we close that and click on Scuffy, he has nothing, totally nothing. This is how most players start off. Their workers have nothing. So how do we get a job, our first job, when we have nothing?